In the last video, we sold my beloved M2, and if you didn't know, I've also had my 340 up for sale for the last week or so, and I believe we just closed on a buyer for it, which means I need a car because I'm down to two now. My Civic, which I definitely cannot daily drive, and my 1M clone build, which is still on the lift. It's not near being done yet. And that's why we are at Car Lounge, because inside this dealership is my new car. I've got a ton of comments and DMs from you guys asking why I sold my M2 and my 340 at the same time. I gotta have something big planned. What kind of supercar did I buy? Now, although I can definitely see myself owning a Porsche one day, I can tell you that those two BMWs do not amount to any of these cars that you're looking at right here. But if we walk through here into this showroom, the car that I did purchase is somewhere in here. Now, before I show you what it is, I gotta say, this is not the replacement for the M2. This is more of a replacement for the 340. The M2 was always gonna be something I wanted to sell for the last few months, and I don't know exactly what I wanna replace it with. It's a really hard car to match for the money, so I gotta spend a lot of time thinking about the right decision that I wanna make, because not a lot of cars live up to that standard. The car that I am picking up though had to be a great daily driver, good for content, still fast. It's gotta check a lot of boxes to fit the shoes that the 340 was filling. As much as I do wanna do an SUV build one day, I did not pick up one of these. I'll give you another hint though, it's not a BMW. As cool as this would be, it's not this Alfa Romeo 4C. This thing is awesome. It's a 3-cylinder turbo. It looks like it would be an absolute dream around the corners, and it really reminds me of one of my dream cars, which is the Lotus Exige S. I know I probably wouldn't even fit in this, but this has got to be as close to a go-kart as you can get on the road. It's not this Monte Carlo SS, although I do want to do an old style muscle car build at some point. We've got a bunch of Mercedes over here, but if you know me, you know I do like these cars, but they're just not my first pick out of the German 3. Okay, enough teasing, I'm done. Let me introduce you guys to my new to me 2019 Audi RS3. Well, what do you guys think? This is my first official Audi. Is this a valid and a good upgrade from the 340 or a good replacement? I think it's definitely an upgrade. I know the B58's amazing, but dude, I'm so excited to listen to this 5-cylinder scream, that baby R8 sound. I haven't bought a car in about 11 months, so it's been a long time since I've looked at something stock and been so excited to start a new build series on it. I don't know much about Audi or the Daza platform, but I think it's objectively known to be a great one. Now let me show you at least what I know about the car in terms of modifications, because it's not totally stock. We have these mirror caps, which are kind of scuffed from the previous owner. Like both sides got hit. This is the actual mirror. I don't really know what I'm gonna do about that. We've got this high kick spoiler, which is like almost falling off. It's not really held on by much. I think this is too tall. I want to do like the M4 medium style one, so it's a little bit less aggressive. This is definitely a weird feeling seeing the Doubts plates on here and not my M2. The only other mod is this mid pipe, which are the secondary cats, I believe, for this car. So it's a little bit louder than stock, but not too much. Now, I did buy this car as is, so not safety to not fit for the road, which means it does need some work. The windshield is chipped right here, and it led to a giant crack that ran all the way through, so I do need a full glass replacement. The brakes, rotors, and pads all the way around need to be done. The fronts aren't the worst, but the rear, there is literally like no padding left. It's almost metal on metal. But other than that, mechanically, to my knowledge, it's totally fine and good to go. Before I start going crazy, I am definitely gonna do an ignition service kit, so plugs and coils, and then also a trans and diff service. Because remember, just like the 340, this is the daily. We got to keep it dailyable and reliable. I lied. There was actually one more thing. Apparently, this is a common thing on, I think, Golfs or Jettas, but the door cap does not open. I have to like get a credit card in here and then fold it open. There's like the lock actuator thing just does not work. I already have the replacement for it, so we're gonna put that on in this video. That's it, I swear, that's it. I'm just gonna say this right now, if you don't wanna miss this build, make sure you're subscribed, because the 340 was a very quick build. I had a lot of parts for that thing super fast. This car, I do have a fair bit on the way already. I was about to show you the interior, and then I remember there's another thing I have to replace, and that's the window tint. It's peeling right here. That window doesn't even have any tint on it. The back windows are too dark. I think this is 5%, and the tin has a cut in it. All of that's getting redone. I like these seats a lot. Interior is nice. I think it's very simple. I don't want to say boring, but my screen can hide and come out of there. That's pretty cool. You don't even really need this though, unless it's for your backup camera, because you can display everything here, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, it's not a new car, so you're not overthrown with tech and random buttons and screens that you don't need. Let's get it back to the shop so we can fix that gas cap. So this is the replacement part that we need, basically. That goes in and then it locks. And right now on mine, it goes in, but it's not popping out, so there's no release. Okay, so parts are swapped over now, and as you can see, I didn't even have this sticking out before. It was like locked all the way in, but now, stuck, pops out. One more time. One more time. It's actually pretty decently quick stock. I hate how quiet it is, even with this like mid-pipe secondary cat delete. It needs to be woken up, man. I need to hear this thing scream. It still sounds really good though, I can't lie, I like it. Fast forward to about an hour and a half later, I had dropped the car off to get the new windshield replaced, and I had no idea that this was a super quick process, but here we have the new tape, as you can see, which I gotta leave on for 24 hours, but my windshield is brand new. I can see through it crystal clear. There's no more crack, chip, anything here, so this should help me pass my safety and get this car fit for the road. It's cool to see these two side by side because this is replacing this, and now that I've done some driving, I've definitely compared how I feel about these two. Obviously, the difference, this car has got pretty much everything done under the sun other than a built motor, and the biggest thing is that there's no exhaust on this thing. It's just cuts at the mid-pipe, it's catless. Feels really tame and kind of, I don't want to say boring, but I'm going to say boring compared to this. Just driving any stock car after you're used to only being in modified ones, it makes them all feel so much more plain than they really are. Stock for stock in performance, the RS3 obviously kills this car, definitely way faster. Looks-wise, they both look good. I do think the Audi has probably a better looking front end. This blue is way nicer than this red, and I think this rear end is more aggressive. It just looks better. I love the oval exhaust tips and how big they are. I don't even have exhaust tips on this car. But now that we're at the back of the car, I gotta show you what I need to do next to this thing because I have some damage here from someone's license plate screws driving into me when I was parked or something. I got some more damage here. This bumper is in pretty rough shape, so we're gonna pull it off, get it repainted before it goes off to its new owner. Okay, bumper's off. We're gonna take it and hopefully it matches this car. But in the meantime, we've got some more maintenance to do on the RS3, and this one's pretty important. I don't know when this oil was last done, but I did notice there's a sticker up here in the windshield. And originally I just looked at the mileage, right? It says 71,000. I'm at 65,000, so I thought I was good. But then I looked at the date. It's kind of scrubbed off now, but that's 2025, September 17th. That means this oil is well over probably a year and a half old. So we're gonna bring this in, drain this out, and see what it looks like, and get some fresh oil in there. I love how it burbles on startup a little bit. Yeah, so the oil is draining. Oh, it's like thrusting. Wait, what? That was weird. Doesn't look like it's too dark, so that's good. Okay, the new oil's in, the new filter's in. However, I didn't know that there was a second drain on the oil filter, so that's definitely what happened there. I figured there's only one way to test out if you did your oil change correctly. This thing is peppy for stock. I like it a lot. I think it desperately needs this trans service and diff service because maybe it's, again, I'm comparing to XHP Stage 3. The DSG feels a little clunky. Like you really feel each shift punch. It sounds like the valves open up more at like 4,000 RPM. Power definitely drops off at the higher speed. You can really feel like the turbo just got nothing left to give. But for street driving, it's definitely enough. While we're in the interior, I want to talk about some of my other feuds with it. The fact that there's no wireless CarPlay. The wired CarPlay is kind of annoying to always having to have the cable plugged in because then if there's like a slightly loose connection or I don't know, my phone seems to just keep randomly disconnecting from CarPlay. And then also there's no touch screen. I don't like having to use the dial all the time. Like sometimes it's just easier to click here because the dial, you like overdo it and then you go 4 options to the right, not where you want to be. Not the end of the world, I'm being nitpicky, but I feel like for a 2019 car at this price, it should have touch screen. Oh my gosh, I just realized too, my other feud. This isn't interior related, but the fact that this thing is still not like a true all-wheel drive system, it's like 100% front-wheel drive until it starts to spin, and then it sends power to the rear. So like, I'm literally spinning on stock power and I can feel the car cutting, and then there's like a bit of a lag before the rear wheels start spinning too. There's like a Haldex spring thing you can do. I don't know, again, I don't know all the Audi mods, but there is some sort of mod you can do that makes it so that it is true all-wheel drive. Kind of want to try a launch control. I don't really know how to do it in this car. I think it was like activating there. That was pretty good. It feels pretty strong. It sounded cool for a second. If you're wondering how I'm getting audio at the back like that, I have a mic set up on my trunk. Gosh, man, I can't stop looking at this blue. I'm never gonna wrap this car. Like, I love this paint way too much. I think that's gonna conclude the new car reveal video. Please let me know what you guys think of this thing in the comments down below and what I should do. By the next video, hopefully we're gonna finish up all the servicing and maintenance that I gotta do on it. And by then, some mods should have arrived so we can start throwing parts at this thing. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate each and every one of you, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.